It is the North American Regional Championships right here, a best of 7, and the winner gets to take home the title. NRG has had this title, and in legacy, they have a tradition of winning this title for the last, they've done it 5 times. You go back all the way to season 1, not necessarily this roster, but the remnants of this roster that have gone there. And if they do it this year, this will be the 3rd time in a row. Season 6, season 7, and now into season 8. This is their territory. This is their series to lose. And if anybody can do it to them, I think the Pittsburgh Knights is definitely that team.
Well, they definitely held the advantage the last time they played. They were up 2-1, and then those last 2 games were just an absolute shutout by NRG. So you got your work cut out for them. I mean, they scored like 3 goals in the last 3 games, and then NRG's offense came alive, and that was all she wrote. But the Knights have looked good today. They played a good opening series, and now they're sitting here at the top. So we'll see what you can do against NRG, because they got a great warm-up in.
Yeah,
that E-United.
I do think the NRG we just saw playing against E-United is the best energy we have seen this season, hands down.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that.
And if Pittsburgh Knights is going to have that NRG to deal with, I do have questions. But at the same time, the Knights, they are a team that has continued to surprise. They're a team that every time we have slept on the peeps, don't sleep on the peeps, they somehow make us regret doing it. So we'll see what happens here. I am pumped to get into this game.
And they've actually scored a lot of unassisted goals today as well from the Knights. I mean, it really doesn't mean too much to me, but it's like they scored, like, just in their series for Space Station, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of like their 9 or 10 goals or something.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to probably work a little bit harder against a team like NRG, unless you continue to see some of those double commits you were seeing from
That's
NRG.
true. And as long as they continue to hit the just wildest shots out of the corner that they've had a few times this season, as well as today, Knights might be a genuine threat here. I can't wait to find out as we get this first game underway. It's Pittsburgh Knights in the orange, NRG in the blue, a best of 7 for the championship, and Gyro puts in the first one.
And I was about to say Gyro is actually going to be my key player, but not because he can do this. I was about to say he's going to be the guy to play defense, but nah, forget that. Score a banger 5 seconds in. How about it?
But can you do this? So he puts that one in. 5 seconds into the game. What a play. We'll see how NRG responds. Reynolds tries to play it out of the corner. The first block is there. Gyro now at midfield being challenged by Garrett. He's got it underneath him. Now missed up to the side. Pass across. Reynolds looking for missed, and Garrett G with an absolute clanger of a clear. Justin follows this one up. This ball's moving very quickly, but going to come back down. Barely touches the ceiling, so it doesn't come down very harshly. Now Garrett G, can he find Turbo Pulson? No. Reynolds will break him up in the corner. A shot from Justin. Double commit on defense for Pittsburgh Knights.
I feel like Turbo Pulse's speed out of the midfield is going to be the most critical factor for NRG in terms of generating scoring opportunities, because he was so quick in that series versus E-United. A lot of great pressure. Didn't always come through, but in a lot of excellent positions to create chances.
Justin baits up Gyro, but Reynolds is right there to pick it up. Now Turbo Pulse airborne, missed. Moving around in the backfield, he'll pick it up off that wall, look for Reynolds in the midfield, but there's Garrett G. Back to Turbo. Can he find Garrett? No, Gyro shuts him down. It'll be Justin in his own corner with a defensive effort. Reynolds plays it to the side. Here's Gyro off of his wall. Kind of loses control. Missed as well. Here's the follow-up shot from Turbo Pulson. Reynolds was there. Here's Justin now trying to make a play. Turbo trying to crowd, but missed out of the corner. Gets it back to Reynolds, and now flying onto offense. It's up against Justin on that back wall. He'll get that clear away with 2:23 left to go. NRG still looking for that first goal. Pittsburgh Knights holding on to the 1-goal lead.
Nice pressure from Pittsburgh. And actually, NRG out continuously having to give space to make sure they control their own corner boosts. If there's one thing they don't want to give up, it's those. Because that's when the pressure builds. And here's Gyro into the middle, Justin off this, basically the ceiling, but the backboard. Trying to sneak one through the midfield line and missed there to cut that out from NRG as well.
Missed. Plays it out of his own team's control. Now Garrett G looking for Justin, a touch to put it into the corner. Can Turbo Pulse will be there uncontested, puts it onto the backboard, but there's no one there to double tap it, so that'll be the end of that drive. Now Reynolds back down the field up against Garrett G. He makes the stop. Here comes missed. Can he find Gyro? It's back down into the box. Justin's got it out to the side. A miss, though, on that second touch. Reynolds gain much control. Here's Gyro advancing again versus Turbo Pulse, and Knights have really been commanding this past few minutes.
Absolutely. The pressure has been great. Turbo forced to punch a ball off his back wall just to take away a shooting opportunity, and got to give credit where it's due. The Knights, there's a reason they're one of the strongest offensive teams out there. They put pressure on you. They force you to make tough touches.
Justin tries to carry this one. It's sitting there, and Turbo pulls it. Can't find the shot. Reynolds finds the block, and a follow-up from Garrett is just off the crossbar. Turbo pulls it high. Here's Justin. Can he tuck it underneath? It's so soft. He gets it back to Turbo, and it's like game one against the United.
Wonderfully smart here from Justin. Don't do too much. You know Reynolds is going to be able to make that stop. Just drop it back down. Turbo catches it from Justin, and at that point, you can't stop anything.
I love this tag team relationship we've seen from Turbo and Justin today. Of just, I don't got it, you got it, I don't quite got it, here, you take it again. No, now you take it, okay, I can shoot now.
Well, that's a lot of NRG's philosophy on offense. It's don't just take the shot, it's beat the man. And the pass from Justin beats the man.
Oh, this should be a second goal. Turbo's shot is off the post and out. No, he couldn't get it around the woodwork. And now Garrett in the corner, rather Justin, will try to keep this drive going, but a free goal comes and goes for NRG. Definitely a difficult angle, especially with the speed the ball was moving at, but still you think Turbo would have been able to do it.
Exactly. And against a team like the Knights, that's one you need to put away. They put so much pressure on you. It's rare that you actually get the opportunity to punish the wide open net. And a player of Turbo's caliber missing one just makes it all the more surprising.
Justin didn't quite find a flip reset he could use. Turbo Pulsing now onto the back wall with a second touch. He's back out to midfield. Here's Justin with a shot from in front of the box. Garrett G takes his time getting control of this one. A minute remaining. He flicks it over one and over two. Finds the last touch, and Garrett all by himself takes the lead.
No hesitation, but again, that free rolling ball is again a product of Justin just beating the defense. Yeah, if it goes into the back post, great, but the most important thing is that the guy on the line can't make the play. Just get the ball across the pitch to your teammate. And Garrett G makes an excellent follow-up play out of the corner.
57 seconds left, and Pittsburgh Knights have not scored since the first 5 seconds of the game.
Not from lack of trying, mind you.
There's Justin with a third one. Gyro's got the block. And like you said, the NRG defense has really held on. Gyro up. Into that corner. With Justin versus Gyro. Gyro wins the first challenge. Garrett G takes his time, and Turbo Pulsa will help him get it out of the corner. Now Reynolds looking for Gyro on the far side, but Justin's got it. This one is just a bit high. The follow-up not quite there from NRG. They seem to be okay right now with this one-goal lead. They'll start to move into offensive pressure just to keep the rotation going clean, but they just need this clock to hit 0. As Reynolds through 1. Garrett G moves out of his half. Beats one. Gyro there. Reynolds and missed. Absolute confusion, and Garrett G might be able to put this one in. He actually just passes it, plays hot potato, keep the ball away from the Knights. We're all over the place. Reynolds demolished. Turbo will put the nail in the coffin, and that's game one done and dusted for NRG.
And the Knights made that weak touch right there at the end to give this opportunity because they're expecting Turbo to be there, because right before this last opportunity, Turbo again, that speed out of the midfield, put pressure on him, delayed that first counterattack option. And so the second time when they have a chance to clear the ball in the middle of the pitch, they think he's going to be there again. They get a weak touch, and NRG are all the way back waiting for it. And that's it.
That's game one done. NRG continue to put these away now on a 3-game streak, extending back into the last series. And Knights started off hot.
They really did.
Had some solid pressure. There was so much of the game they absolutely controlled, but weren't able to convert any of it into offense.
That shot from Gyro to open it up was absolutely phenomenal. And then they really did keep NRG on their heels for a significant portion of time. Here's that open pass from Justin to beat the guy on the line, and no hesitation from Garrett G. Just put the ball in an awkward spot and just drive through the defense, and he made a great reaction to catch it as it came back down to him.
Yeah, used the crossbar to pass to himself. 3 defenders in front of him. Beats all of them.
I mean, they're all flat-footed. Because remember, they all just went into that corner to fight Justin, and then the quick pass across, so they're recovering. Maybe one goes to the midfield to try and grab that boost. Maybe one sticks in the corner. One guy comes on the line. And as Garrett G's passing it back off the wall, no one's had time to get up to the backboard. Yeah, no, that one was clean for NRG as they were able to put away another goal towards the waning in the final 2 seconds of the game to absolutely secure it. Takes away any 0-second pressure. They clean that one up just fine. Able to put up 11 shots here to just 5 from Knights. In a game where we felt like the Knights were really controlling the pace for so much, you'd kind of expect a little bit more productivity from them. But NRG, they have continued to play dominant today. To be fair, it only really slipped away right in the final minute. I mean, it was that uncontested goal from Garrett G you just saw that gave them the lead, and then them trying to stretch things 0 seconds just get a good clear, maybe find a follow-up, and NRG was ready for it in the midfield to really secure things. So Pittsburgh, you had a good approach, but NRG just came in ready to go.
Well, we'll see how they bounce back in game 2 as we move on to Neo Tokyo. Garrett G up to Justin in Knights territory.
Oh my
Justin
goodness.
over the top of one. Miss has got to make the save, and he does, but Reynolds has just been kind of watching since the start of the game. Garrett G will try to tuck this one around in the corner. So he just scooted around, but it doesn't quite get there. Now Turbo keeping this one in the blue, or in the orange rather.
It's a big block from Turbo again.
Garrett G was using the flip to get it in front of the box. Turbo Pulsa tries to block it up as 2 defenders commit from the Knights. There's nothing in there. The ball stalls out at midfield. Now missed up high. Garrett G was challenging abstractly there. Here's no one in net right now for NRG as Miss just tries to make it drop straight down. 3 players commit from NRG, but there's just no pressure from the rest of the Knights as they're all falling back. This game has devolved in the first minute. It's kind of a bit of hero ball on both ends.
Ooh, and that bump on Turbo gives Reynolds a chance. He's the guy you need to get warmed up, and he nails it.
Why in the world is NRG on the ceiling of their own goal here? Did somebody get bumped? Garrett
had no boost, probably.
He just thinks it's the best approach, and honestly, he actually touched it.
He was close.
They were pretty close there, but yeah, it seems like both teams, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of, well, not being able to work together as a unit and just taking whatever opportunity is right there in front of them here.
Well, Turbo definitely had the first opportunity on that goal, but he got bumped out of it, which is, of course, a Pittsburgh Knights move, so we already know that was going to happen. Garrett G probably just rotated into the net, and he just really didn't have time to grab any boost, so he was trying to time his approach to go up the ceiling, because you don't want to go up too soon and then just flip out of the net for no reason. And it was actually, ironically enough, that little hesitation that cost him the ability to save it.
Knights scored first in game number 1. Ultimately, it was NRG's game. We'll see if they can do better here in game 2. Now Justin moving up. Here's a play all by himself. Gyro airborne significantly before.
Nice pass.
Justin, there's Garrett G to Turbo. Justin tries to get the defense, and Turbo will finish it off. That's a tie game.
I thought Justin maybe got a piece of that coming down because it just stopped right on the goal line. That's a great pass. But Reynolds, I mean, he just didn't hit it clean, to be fair. I think maybe Justin falling right in front of his face maybe threw him for a bit of a loop, but either way, poor clear, NRG eat it up.
Defensive mishaps on both sides have resulted in goals. Now Garrett G will look to extend this and see if NRG can get their lead. Turbo pulls with a quick shot from the midfield. Gyro's got the save and missed will pop it away from Justin. Justin adjusts onto the side now. Can he find Garrett in the mid? He'll look for it. Garrett was already airborne, ready for that one. He believed in his teammate that much, and now Reynolds is going to be putting one on target, and Garrett G makes the save as he rotates back. Reynolds, a pass down, the block on miss. Justin will get it back to midfield, but they've lost control. Reynolds will just try to push it back into the blue and buy his team time to sort themselves out.
Turbo did the exact same thing, though. He actually let that ball roll a little bit further because he knew Justin was off grabbing boost. Garrett G was going to be on the goal line, and he didn't really want to try and rush a counterattack and give up a strong chance like this. Missed, catches the pass from Gyro, and despite having a man on the line, Garrett G's right there for this one. Just guesses middle of the net and gets shot right behind him.
Absolutely a shooter's advantage situation, and nobody on NRG had touched the ball up until that point of the shot. Garrett G left out on a limb, not able to make it work, and Knights will punish. A demolition though on the goalie. Oh, miss comes off the backboard and makes the play. What a stop, and now they'll look to turn this one into offense. Turbo Pulse will shut that down, sends it back up to Justin. Off the wall, drops down and dangerous.
Ooh.
Here's Garrett G, but Dreidl's already airborne, makes it away, and now missed versus Turbo Pulse.
Oh, you're kidding.
Missed connects with Justin up there. What? Garrett G puts it up, and Turbo just has to push it in. What was this touch from Garrett?
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh, off assist! He kind of extends the crossbar outwards with his body. And that's a tie game.
What did we say in the last series? We have gifted improviser's game.
This has been a lot of improv. This has been some just free-form jazz. My goodness, there has been some craziness here in game 2.
Nice touch, Garrett.
Good job.
Missed, good try.
Calculated for sure.
What are you going to do?
Justin up high, Reynolds off the backboard. Not the best of touches, but he'll be able to extend that one out, and Turbo Pulsa will shut it down to the midfield. Gyro demolished. Now Justin and Garrett advancing forward. Mist looks for this read, and Justin tries to fake him, but doesn't have any of it. With 1:25 on the clock. Turbo into the corner in a tie game. NRG took the lead in game number 1. Knights are looking to win this series and tie it up, or win this game and tie up the series, rather. But now Garrett G passed one. Gyro out of his net.
It was a wonderful adjustment from Garrett G. That pass was a little bit behind him. And again, you're seeing a lot of NRG. The first approach from Pittsburgh Knights, someone on NRG is making sure they're right in their face. Turbo didn't get a piece of it, but he forces Mist to show his hand, and that's a big miss, and this is a great chance for the Knights.
He forced Mist off the ball, but the rest of his team was there, and now 45 seconds left, tie game. Justin in the corner, Gyro, the pinch goes behind him, and Justin a little bit low on boost, actually dodges Gyro, who just hits his brakes and says, stop that play, your teammate's got to come help you. And now Knights back up on offense again. Turbo will get the stop, though. 30 seconds remaining, still tied up.
And found a seam to get a big clear up the pitch, because that's why it's so dangerous for the Knights. You make one mistake, and then they're the type of team that just continues to build the pressure on you. And then finally one of those demos will come through, and they'll turn it into a goal. So well done to find a gap to clear that ball up.
Garrett G on the wall, 10 seconds remaining, overtime looming on the horizon. Turbo Pulsa sets this one up. Garrett G comes off the wall. He'll try to take the shot himself. Mist makes the save, and Reddles will try to extend this one down. Look for the 0-second play. He's got Gyro in the midfield, but Justin's already up. Stops this with one touch. Can he find the second? Gyro will block it, and Turbo will try. Reddles now all the way back down the field. They've got momentum, but can they get this touch underneath?
What a pass!
He gets the pass across, but nobody on Knights went. That'll give us overtime in game 2.
Mist was waiting in the right spot, but I think he kind of just decided right at the end to bail out on it. And so overtime is here, and that's a crazy pinch to handle at the start. Ooh. Justin gets a piece.
Mist won't score the split-second goal this time. It's just out of the corner, can't beat Gyro. Gyro again with another one.
Whoa, Justin, what a read.
Across the wall, that was insane, and now the ball back in the orange, but Mist alone finds the counter clear. Turbo not able to make contact. Here comes Reddles looking for the shot up against Garrett. They pinch it off to the side, but still not in a position where NRG really can gain control. And Garrett with one touch will beat the first offensive player, but the pass is Gyro to Reddles. It works. Back around the corner. Shut down by Turbo. Gyro will try to get it to Mist, but Mist demolished. That will really break up some space, but can they get any control? NRG is doing enough to shut down the offense, but they cannot get any of their own going right now.
Yeah, but that demo was huge, because just because they demoed Mist right there meant Turbo had time to take that touch off the corner and then get the second hit out to Garrett G. And that breaks up the offense just enough for them to get set on the goal line here for this second touch. So one demo in the midfield gives them a little bit of space to work with, but still under pressure, the Knights.
Deep commitment.
A great start to OT for the Knights.
Pittsburgh Knights, they had two on the NRG back wall there for a moment. NRG now back on the other end of the field. Garrett G and Turbo Pulsa out of their own half now. Garrett G with one win, but he'll lose it. And then not a great touch from Mist. Here comes Justin. Turbo, waiting for this to fall down. Riddle starting to challenge him.
Oh, he stole it.
Turbo Pulsa's there. He's got just enough boost, but Gyro gets in the way and sends it off the ball head. The orange trail, he did make the save. And with 1:30 on the clock, we keep playing.
It's that dangerous speed out of the midfield from NRG. He wants a strong double tap and missed. Able to jump up there and find a great clear.
This one's on target, but Garrett G's got lots of space to work with. Gyro and Justin will pitch into the midfield, and Turbo Pulsa just sends one towards the goal, force Mist to make the save. Reddles now slows it down and puts it high. Garrett G across towards Turbo. It's a little bit far behind him, but he'll wait for it to bounce off the wall. Looks for the second read. It's not there. Now Justin thinks about it. Reddles just takes the shot, playing aggressive, forcing Justin to play defense.
You're seeing NRG just take these shots far away from the net because they know they don't really have any other options. Beating the man doesn't get them anything, so just force them to make a save. That way the Knights can't bring the ball down and get possession for sure.
NRG with the touches so far, but Reddles takes it high and then carries it all the way into the corner. Turbo Pulsa will look to do the same. Now on the other direction, Justin tries to make the play, and Gyro again is in the way.
Nice.
This can't make the touch, though. Turbo Pulsa's got it past him. Now Reddles in the corner, takes his time getting in position. Now it falls back in the box. Justin turns, missed. The shot is so soft, and Mist makes the save, but here comes the follow-up from Turbo wide. The second touch is blocked by Gyro, and NRG, an opportunity to win it, comes and goes.
Turbo definitely trying to make a big play there, but Gyro, great recovery as he drove up the back of the net. And the Knights are actually struggling to hang on to this ball past the midfield line. Maybe a bit of a hiccup here from NRG will let them do just that, though. Garrett
G passed one. Right now, Justin smokescreen. Can he make the save? Turbo Pulse will make the touch. Now in front, missed a shoot, blocked by Garrett. Justin, extension down the field, around that corner. Reynolds slowed on the challenge. And are you kidding me? Justin out of the corner hits the absurd angle and wins the game.
Juicy, indeed. Perfect read. Got all the way behind it with timing into the. You're not stopping that. I don't care who's on the goal. If you get caught on transition and Justin puts that one on target, you're done.
Sometimes the answer really is just let Justin do his thing. Just go down the field, bang it out of the corner, and hope the defense aren't as fast as you. Few people are as fast as Justin. And he gets a second win for his team.
You can see that reflected in the numbers here. That's 15 saves for the Knights. And what? 9, 10, 14, 21 shots for NRG.
21 shots.
And that's a product purely out of just how fast NRG out of the midfield. A lot of those shots weren't quality. Yeah. Again, I was talking about it right there at the end. They don't have any other options. So just put it on target, force Knights to make the save, put it out into space, and the speed from NRG allows them to come out of the midfield because they're taking such good care of the boost that they're just beating Knights to a lot of the balls and then taking more shots on target.
That was bananas from NRG there. That might, I would need the people in the back to double check with me, but that might be close to a record for
21 shots
in a single game in North America in particular. NRG.
So it'd be 21 plus what, 9, 30?
30?
If you add both teams.
Oh, 30 shots. I don't think that's a record, but yeah, no, definitely I think just from NRG there, one team.
21.
The records always come in the long overtimes too.
True.
Because it gives you more time to do it. Kind of makes sense there. But 2 games in a row now that they've put them up. NRG, again, a best of 7. They have to win 4 straight here rather than the traditional 3 that we play during league play. So they'll have to do 2 more here against the Knights. But now, 4-game streak they've started, coming out of the end of their last series against EU.
But they have had to work for their meal, to be fair. Every single goal that NRG has scored has just been a fight to get through into the back of the net. They may have won 2 in a row, but it has been difficult.
It's definitely been a close series. The Knights not with the same level of polish that I feel like we're used to them playing with in league play. There's definitely been a lot of scrappy play. That second game, not really clean from either side, to be honest. Gyro onto the wall. That'll be enough to get away from Turbo, but here's Justin in the midfield, the shot high onto the backboard.
I honestly feel like once you see I think this game 3, the series is going to take a little bit of a change here. Because it feels like every time the Knights lose a couple games in a row, especially during league play, that's when they do their best work. They're like, all right, now we turn the switch on and you really start to see that Pittsburgh Knights that we saw at DreamHack. And this is when it gets real scary. And
desperation can provide sincere clarity.
And they always execute.
We'll see how they do, especially if they were to lose this one and then be on match point. Best of 7 reverse sweep has happened.
Rarely,
number of times in RLCS, especially in playoffs. Let's see if they would be able to do it. But again, we got to get through this game before we get there. And no one with an early goal here in game number 3.
It really has just been a little bit of make sure you don't make a big mistake and control the boost, and no one's really had much of an opportunity to get things close.
There's one block. List now trying to put this one away. Garrett G up high, puts it off the backboard, but he couldn't find the double tap. Now Justin get that one away. The record, by the way, North American shots in a single game is 25.
25. I believe so close.
I believe we were at 21, so they were pretty close to it. Justin off the wall. Garrett G, though, demolished. Justin finds a second touch to keep this one on offense. How does Turbo adjust here? He'll move into the corner alongside Reynolds. He's now out of boost, but Garrett G off the respawn. Moves back in as well. Gets some bumps on some defenders here. And now Justin up onto the backboard. Did Turbo pulls the gas it back up. Here comes Garrett G, but he doesn't quite have the angle. Justin up for another one, and Garrett G, I think he steals from him. Are you kidding me?
And again, it's speed from NRG. That's all it is. Garrett gets right on top of Reynolds. Justin makes the read like that, and he beats the guy coming off the goal line for Pittsburgh Knights. And that's all it takes.
2:42 left to go. NRG now with the lead. Hunting down that match point.
And Justin making that big block on that first clear to allow Turbo to come in and put pressure out of the corner.
Yeah, with the demolition onto Garrett, you thought that was going to be some defense from NRG, but no. And look at him slow this down. Get the pass out. Gyro, what a read. What a brilliant play there to understand. It's a scary situation, but Justin, he just breaks all the axles. Turbo even backflips at the end and say, you get that goal, man. That's all yours.
You earned that one. 1, 2, 3. Went on a nice little hopscotch path there for Justin. Up, down, in.
It's so dirty. 2 goals up right now, and I'd be terrified if I was the Knights. Justin feeling confident like that that spells disaster. Turbo Pulse airborne again, now onto the backboard. Touch from Mist. Not the solidest, and he's struggling to find any sort of pace on this ball here. And this one comes off the ball, and Justin will pinch it off of Reynolds, a 3rd goal. And now, not technically a hat trick, but effectively one. Garrett G stealing that first one.
Yeah, and this is really just, Reynolds knows he doesn't get a good first touch there. And Justin, I mean, he's got a great angle on the challenge. When it pops off incorrectly like that, I mean, it's dunk central. Reynolds caught a piece of Turbo Pulsa there. And pressure already off the kickoff, and NRG will finally be denied, but I feel like maybe game 3 might have ran away a little quickly for the Knights. They really haven't had much offense. 0 shots on the board, and 7 for NRG.
Okay, so Garrett and Gyro now. Rule number 1 in the NRG goal.
And again, I'll take Justin Turbo in any 2v2 still.
It's still... All right, the pinch goal from the Knights all the way down. Justin actually almost looked like he was going to go demo Gyro, free up Garrett. And for anybody who is watching this game who doesn't play a lot of Rocket League, there's nothing stopping those players from moving. They are doing that on purpose. Turbo Pulsa will find the goal, and like you said, Justin and Turbo, the better 2v2.
And the reason you take Justin and Turbo in any kind of 2v2 is because Justin now has more space to operate on the pitch. He is now going to have even more time to make you think about how to win this game. And here he beats one in the midfield, does a little shimmy shake, and passes it across to Turbo, and now it's 4-0.
It's Missed. Sends this one high. At this point, Knights just getting on the board, just starting to kind of cut down on this lead could help keep some momentum, keep the energy on their side. They're a very emotional team. We've seen them play at LANs, and their energy. I actually had in my notes, I wrote down that for Knights, for them really to keep this one going, they need to be able to maintain that kind of perfect balance of emotion. They're kind of like a nuclear reactor. If they're too excited,
that's critical.
Things are not things don't go well. If they're not excited enough, things don't go well. There's kind of this perfect balance they're able to strike. And right now, I think getting some goals in would help give them the energy they need to get things going. As game 3 is pretty much out of hand, they're going to have to do it 4 straight in the back half of the series.
It's really not working is because they are almost being forced to just dive at every single ball because they never know when NRG is going to be right in their face. Because there have been plenty of times where the speed of NRG has just given them a chance, and there's a great opportunity. They got the pass off the side, they went for the demos on the goal line, NRG evade all of them in a free clear.
Such a deft dodge from Turbo to dodge the demolition and still make the touch. And now on the other end of things, balls 2 players. Reynolds in the back should have this one, and they'll get it high. It won't be necessarily the 5th goal immediately, but here comes Justin. Reynolds and Gyro get that one over the top, but it's still up there, and not that any of it matters at this point. The ball will touch the ground, and NRG 3 straight. This one, the most dominant from them as they go on to match point.
That was absolutely a suffocating game. You just kept Pittsburgh Knights to 0 shots, which is a team that I'm pretty sure I could count on one hand how many times this season they have scored 0 goals in a game.
Yeah.
And it is definitely not many. So NRG, this was, you got him in a headlock here.
Justin, this was the 2nd goal NRG scored. Justin with the triple dribble here. Just so beautiful. I do love Turbo Pulsa flipping at the end, being like, that one's
You know
yours.
what? you earned that one. you can have your paycheck. That's a great display of, again, gifted improvisation.
Yeah.
Here's my options. Let's see what I do. And everybody thinking this is going to happen, this is going to happen, when in fact Justin literally drives in a straight line and jumps twice.
That's just all he does. He's like it's so funny. That's this thing that makes like fakes so demoralizing is like he just did nothing.
He did nothing.
And that was what it took. And I'm playing over here playing 4D chess. And he's like, if I just don't do anything, you'll outplay yourself. You know?
And the reason you play 4D chess is because you've seen Justin win pretty much every 4D chess battle over the past couple seasons. So
that is something he does a lot. Right now, by the way, NRG currently in this game, the North American Championship game, are currently on a 10-game streak. Going back to Season 6. They won games 4, 5, and 6.
And then they 4-0'd Cloud9 last year.
And they 4-0'd Cloud9 last year, yes. So they have currently not dropped a game in 3 seasons in the championship.
Last time they lost was a Game 7 to G2 in Season 5.
This has been their series. No team has been as dominant in a single game or a single match as NRG has been in the North American Championships of RLCS.
There's a reason.
And if they win this one, that's their 2nd sweep in a row and their 3rd title in a row.
And as an org, I mean, NRG as an organization has won, I think 6 out of the 8.
They have won. It's weird.
I know it's different players, but
season one they weren't technically NRG. They were
true.
They were the Kings of Urban, who then got picked up by NRG. So
that is true.
It's weird, but it's still pretty cool.
We'll give them 5 out of 8.
Quite the winning tradition they have had.
They do not lose in North America often, and the Knights have definitely felt that here in this championship match.
Man, and when that face when you beat Justin on a dribble and the ball is immediately to Turbo. What are you supposed to do? Garrett Jean tries to find the flight,
double tap.
Oh my goodness, double taps it on the other end, punishes Garrett for missing on the back wall, and that's Pittsburgh Knights with a goal.
What are you supposed to do is make a perfect read. Garrett G misses. Reddles is confident in his read and delivers a perfect ball, by the way, right onto the crossbar. A lot of faith in NRG to make that stop, but just drills it.
Now, Knights have scored first in 3 of our 4 games, but they have yet to win a game. To me, what is really important is this 2nd goal. If they're able to get a 2-goal lead, I start to feel much more confident.
Well, they had
to hold on to this one.
No, they did not have a 2-goal lead, excuse me. And they won't get one. Turbo Pulsa turns one in out of the corner, and they're all locked up.
Turbo Pulsa and company are 3 minutes and 38 seconds and a goal away from their 3rd championship in a row. And this would be Turbo Pulsa is one of the most decorated players in North America, but one of the most decorated players in the world. But one thing he does not have,
a North American regional title.
That Garrett G and Justin have many of, is a North American regional title. A triple commit on defense from NRG, but they also had the ball, so it might work out here. Reynolds looks for a second double tap, couldn't get it under the crossbar. Missed now. We'll work with Gyro.
Reynolds is working to give me a heart attack.
I think Reynolds is feeling the pressure to carry his team. Again, they are tasked with a reverse sweep, a demolition from Gary. He looks for a second one. Turbo Pulsa, does he get it in? Oh, couldn't quite get it through the woodwork there. It's back out to Justin, missed his up, but Justin does get the better of him. The ball will stay aggressive and now missed out of boost. Reynolds with an excellent challenge, though.
And it's just another block from NRG. Yeah, NRG didn't exactly hang onto the ball, but Justin took away the great counterattack opportunity, and then it forced Knights to just long clear the ball up the pitch and have to battle for possession again, which they have consistently lost.
It's Reynolds. Back out to Gyro. Garrett G through 2. Here's Turbo. Not going to happen, and Justin demolished in the back line. If Gyro could find this angle, that would be the go-ahead goal, but not going to happen. Turbo Pulsa demolished again. Knights, I think they felt like they hadn't been playing physically enough. The thing that they kind of built a reputation on this season. It's been just notably quiet in the demo department, and Garrett just drops it to Justin. I didn't think he could make this pass, and he does.
This is an excellent display of control from Garrett. Just the air roll. He knows he's not trying to go into the net. If he tries to go into the net, it's going to hit off the backboard and make it a much more difficult read. Get it straight down, and then Garrett to Justin or Turbo is good enough.
2 minutes and 19 seconds of defense for NRG, and the series is over. Missed, sends a shot. Garrett G's got the first save. Turbo Pulsa will look to extend it out to midfield, and Gyro's falling back. Justin absolutely puts a shot on target. 3 touches for NRG from save to shot, and now missed back down the field with 1. Garrett G gets the save again. Reynolds around the corner. Justin's got to get up in time, and he does get the block. Here comes Justin out of the corner now. Up against Mist, who's out of boost. Justin will take to the air, and Garrett G's putting on the dual threat here. Justin gets 2 defenders to bite. Mist got the boost out of the corner, but will he be enough? He does get it off of Garrett G's hood. The Turbo Pulsa keeps this ball aggressive. Mist and Reynolds, the double commit's starting to come fast and furious for Knights. Gyro's got to get this one away. Here's Turbo to try and push it around him, but not going to happen this time. Gets bumped out of net.
Can feel the frustration from the Knights. They're a team that is not used to just getting boxed in on their own half and just absolutely suffocated. And they're just trying anything in the book to break out.
Missed. Through one. Garrett G puts it high. Now to a second touch. Can he find a third? Gyro to break it up. On the pass back in. What?
Nice.
What? Turbo. Garrett G found 2 touches. Turbo puts it back into him and rotating out. Garrett G finds a third goal.
Turbo's just waiting for the clear. And what do?
You sit and watch.
You said NRG is looking the best they have all season, and you got it right here.
And you bow down to the kings of North America.
Win another one.
They're looking to do a second sweep in the finals here. 2 games right now, or 2 goals rather, the Knights have to find in 1 minute against a team that is scoring every way possible. A nice shot from Gyro, but blocked by Garrett all the way back down. The follow-up here as Pittsburgh Knights tries to put the pressure on. Turbo will sit back and net 2 players' ball. Now Justin just holds on to it, flicks it over. Gyro Reynolds tries to slow it down, but I don't know that it might just be all too little too late. Again, another demolition on the miss. This one's wide, and Gyro's not going to be able to get it out just by himself. He's going to need help. And right now, NRG has them read in every way, shape, and form. The ball staying trapped in the orange. 20 seconds left. Can Garrett G double tap it? 2 defenders up. They both miss. Miss just has to make a stop, a kind of a saving touch off to the side. Garrett G passed one, or Justin rather. Gyro puts it into the corner.
And they're tongue-tying you. That's how fast they are.
It's all over the place, and honestly, it's all over. NRG wins another one. 3 straight, back-to-back-to-back North American regional champs, and they will be the #1 seed representing North America in Madrid at the World Championships.
And Garrett G had just a phenomenal series, involved in 9 out of 13 goals.